welcome to More Yoga Fitness. My name is Kathy, and today we're going to be doing some chest opening stretches for those of you who feel the need to stretch your chest, in particular those athletes who are either in their low position on their bike for racing or the running position. We tend to round through the spine as we get tired, and these stretches will open up your chest and lift your heart, providing you with that opposite direction of your rounding. So let's get into these poses. First, I would like you to have either some pillows from your bed, or if you have a yoga bolster, that will work great too. You also will need a mat, and if you have an additional mat instead of a bolster, you could roll up that second mat, and we're going to use that at the very end of class today. So I'm going to set mine aside. We're going to start by just doing some simple seated cat-cows, which in the cow position is where we really get that opening. So sparking your fingers, I want you to lift your chest, lift your gaze, open up your neck. On your exhale, counter the pose by rounding your spine, reaching and bringing your ears between your biceps. And we'll flow here a few times in our seated cat-cow. Your inhale is when you're open. Your exhale is when you close and round. 2 more. Last one. For our next chest opening, I'm going to turn my back so I can demonstrate how you interlace and grab opposite elbows. Go ahead and turn and gaze over your right shoulder. Gaze up. Gaze to the side. And gaze back. To the left. Gaze up. To the side. And back. To the right, up, right, center, left, up, left, center. Release your arms. From here, we're going to make our way into downward facing dog. Go ahead and bring yourself forward into a plank pose. And we're going to take our right leg and step it behind the left, bringing that right knee up toward the sky. And I'm in a modified side plank here, stacking shoulder over wrist. I want you to lift your hip points up toward the sky and reach your arm back. This is called Wild Thing. Allow your crown of the head to drop down toward the mat and your chin to open up. To really open the chest, we're going to reach our hand toward the sky and then open up with our palm facing the sky. My right ankle is stacked directly below my right knee. And breathe here. Nice deep breaths. Keep your buns squeezed and your hip points lifted. Go ahead and return back to downward facing dog. And we'll do that on the other side. Come forward into your high plank. You're going to take your left leg and step it back. Opening up and bringing your arm overhead, lifting your hip points And then taking it into that chest opener, reaching out to the side and allowing the crown of your head to drop back. Try to stack your left ankle below your left kneecap. Keep the hips lifted. Breathe here. Reach overhead and flip back over, finding downward facing dog. From here, we're going to come down onto our knees and then up to a straight spine. I want you to tuck your toes under and take your right hand and either reach for your hip or you can reach for your right ankle. We're going to lift the left arm up and drop it back into a half camel. Allow your neck to open. We'll take 5 breaths. Keep bringing your hips forward. On our last breath, drop your arm out to the side, opening the chest. And come back up nice and slow. We'll do that on the other side. Again, you have the option to keep your hand on your hip on the left, or you can drop it down to your ankle. Open the right arm up and draw your ear next to your bicep. Drop the crown of your head back. Opening the arm up for our last breath. Out to the side. Keep your heart lifted. And we'll slowly come back up. And draw your hands to heart center. Our next pose will start on our seats. And I want you to bring your palms down onto the mat and come onto the forearm. I'm going to actually take the weight of my body and sit on my hands. Keep your shoulders retracted and your heart lifted. So you really want to make sure that you extend your chest to the sky. We're coming into a fish pose. Open up your neck. Allow the crown of your head to drop back. And from here, I want you to shift back until the crown of your head connects to the mat. Breathe here. Go ahead and lift the crown away from the mat. Squeeze your shoulder blades one last time. And bring yourself up. Let's go ahead and flip ourselves over onto our bellies. We're going to make our way into Cobra Pose, which is a really excellent way to open up your chest. So there are a couple options here. There's Baby Cobra. Simply lifting up your chest as high as you can. I'm pressing into the mat. My palms are connecting. And I'm lifting up into Cobra here. So I have a tall arm. Go ahead and lift your chest and your heart, your gaze, and your chin. tops of my thighs are pressing down into the mat. The same with the tops of my feet. One more inhale and release down to the mat. So you can keep flat palms or feel free to take claw hands. I'm going to actually spread my arms out just a little bit wider and slowly come up into my Cobra Pose on claw hands. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back, and release back down. Nice job. We're going to take these next poses in a standing position. I want you to step your left foot out and your right foot back. Your heels are in line with one another, and my right inner thigh is lowering down toward the mat, and the left, the knee is directly above the ankle. So we're in warrior legs. Go ahead and open your arms up, but your palms are actually facing forward. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Take a breath in and exhale, come down. Breathe in, other way. Breathe in, down. Breathe in, other way. Breath in and out. We're going to bring the hands behind the back, interlace, open your chest, lift your gaze. Gaze forward, breathe in and tilt to the side. Breathe in, other way. Breathe in, tilt to the side. Breathe in, other way. Breath in, release the hands and bring them to your sides. We're going to switch sides. Just pivot, lowering the inner thigh, knee directly above the ankle, palms face forward, squeeze the shoulder blades. Breathe in, exhale down. Breath in, other way. Breathe in and down. Breath in, other way. Breathe in and release. Interlace behind the back, open your chest, lift your chin. Gaze forward, breathe in, bow down. Breath in, other way. Breathe in and down. Breath in, other way. Breathe in, release, and down. Good. Bring yourself into a straddle position. Take a big breath in. Interlace your hands. Draw those interlaced hands with your palms facing your head and your elbows are out wide. Take your gaze up. On your exhale, I want you to round forward as you bring your elbows forward and gaze down. Breathe in, gaze up. Exhale, gaze down, elbows down. Breathe in, out, in, Out. Breathe in. Exhale. Breath in and out. Release the arms, open up big. Palms are facing the sky. Thumbs are drawing back. And we'll release. We're going to return back to seated on the mat and take our final pose using our bolster or your stacked pillows or your rolled up mat. This is my favorite. Go ahead and bring your pillows on the mat so that when you recline back, they'll support your spine. So I'm going to bring my bolster pillow right along my tailbone and then slowly roll myself back. I'm wrapping my shoulder blades right around my bolster. So you'll want to tuck your pillows up and under, or you want to use a mat, which will be a little bit harder, but it still lifts your chest and your heart up. Go ahead and open up your arms nice and wide. And I simply have my legs crossed, but if you want to bring your legs long on the mat, you can do that as well. From here, just keep your gaze up and breathe as you allow your chest to lift. And take some of those breaths with intention. Big breaths in. And nice big out exhales. You're welcome to draw the soles of the feet together and allow the knees to splay out. This is called Supta Baddha Konasana in yoga. Let's draw our arms up overhead, which will give you a little bit more of a stretch through the chest. One more nice big breath, and we'll let it empty. Let's draw our hands in toward our heart. On your breath in, you can lift yourself up. I hope you enjoyed today's chest opening poses and stretches. For those of you who want to see more stretches like this, please click the subscribe button and the bell so that you are alerted every time I upload a new video. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you next week.